Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we are planning in my big happy planner for the week of September 18th through 24th, and I am using the Amber Allure sticker book by Wrong Wrong. This was an August release and I haven't had a chance to use it yet, but can we just take a second to discuss how beautiful the sticker book is? You can pick it up at the link in the description of this video and code, not without a code, sorry, not a code, but the link, let me try this again. The link in the description of the video will apply an automatic 10% discount to your order. So that was what I was saying. I was so used to talking about a code, but you don't need one. It's just going to automatically apply. So I want to take this sticker right here and put it right down on the top. It's so pretty. And then I really wanted to go full-blown fall because this is the first week of fall. And then I wanted to take this sticker, but I think I love fall most of all. I just think it's really beautiful and it makes me happy. So do I put it over here? Do we go right here? I kind of want to put it, I almost can't decide. I feel like it would look cool being sort of part of that sticker. So I'm going to start to put it down, and then we're going to use my Uniball Signo to cover up the line so that you can't see because it's a clear sticker. So we'll go a little bit further down, just to there, and that should be good. Okay, but I think I love fall most of all. That's pretty. And then let's maybe bring a quote in over here too to kind of extend it, although I don't know if it'll be too loud. Take me on a trip to autumn, like right here. I feel like I need to stand up and get a better angle to view this. I always struggle with the big planner because I don't want her head to be over the top of Wednesday. If I put this here, is it going to look plain? I think we're going to do it. I wasn't sure if this gap would be strange or it would be helpful, but I think it's actually going to be helpful. And then, I don't know, there's a little something on the page. We'll cover that up too. Take me on a trip to autumn. And I'm just going to bring her down a tiny bit so that she doesn't cover the wording of Wednesday. But I think that that's really cute. Trying to go like a little bit outside the box here while also sticking with my, what I know works best for me in terms of my planning style. That's always one of the challenges that I think I face, is trying to do both. And it's definitely not always easy. I'm looking, okay, I want to take this sticker. Fall is proof that change is beautiful. As just a little sidebar there, and I can use that as, I'm sorry about the light that's coming in, the sun that's coming in, I hope that's not too annoying. I can use this as like a weekly overview or things that I love about fall. And we also have this sticker, I love fall most of all, but we're gonna leave it with just the other one. And then I want to bring in this black sticker because we have a little bit of the black over there, and I think that that's pretty. And then we also have some of these with like the little detail here and kind of those tears. So I think that I want this one to go here, and we're going to do a little bit of overlapping. Now, what I love about Wrong Wrong stickers, and I know I talk about this in every video, but I'm sincere with it, is that when I put a box down, I don't have to cover up the line that's underneath it. I feel like this sun coming in is really annoying. I'm going to try to move my camera a bit. All right, I shifted over to the right. Hopefully it's enough. It's still coming in over here, but I can't always change the sun. What's interesting is as we are hitting a seasonal change now, or nearing a seasonal change, I don't know what it's going to be like with the lighting in my office. I was so used to my old apartment And that lighting, now I feel like we're gonna have to figure things out all over again with a new season. I have this in my hand, but I felt like I had an idea a couple of minutes ago and I don't remember what it was. So I just want to see if flipping through this, oh, this was the idea. Okay. I knew that flipping through it would remind me. It's like when you go into a room and you forget what you went in there for, and sometimes you need to leave and come back in as a reminder. I think I'm going to put this box over here. And I actually want to see if there's maybe a smaller, there we go. This is what I was looking for, like a smaller header box, because we have this color right here. So I'm going to put that box to the side and then go back to the words, because I think that these are so much fun. So I'm going to take Season of Change and I want to kind of play around with this. And then the 19th, we'll put a little box right there, but I want to take another sticker. Fall is a Feeling and Season of Change. I kind of just want to play around with these a bit without taking up too much space. So let's take Sweater Weather right here. Hopefully by this week it will actually be sweater weather, because, well, I'm filming this early in September since I'll be traveling when this video goes up, I think. But it is in the 90s, which is crazy. Okay, now I'm going to take my checklist stencil, and I should have shifted this sticker over just a touch. I wonder if I still can. Let's see. What's making it kind of hard to bend this is that on the other side, the week before, I had scrapbook paper, so it's a much thicker, oops, that's ripping on the left. It's a much thicker page than normal. Although, whoops, aside from this little rip, which we're gonna fix, this actually shifted over really nicely, which is impressive. Let's just make sure I shifted it enough. I mean, it lifted up really nicely. It didn't shift nicely. Well, we know what I'm saying, right? We know what I'm saying? Okay. Now I have more room for my checklist stencil. So I do anticipate it being a busy week since I will have been traveling the week prior. I never know when I'm doing a video that's in the future. Well, I guess all my videos are in the future, but like this far into the future, if I should be speaking as though it's this week or it's the actual week in which I'm living. I feel like it makes sense to speak in the week in which I'm living, right? That's just what we're gonna do. Okay, now of course my checklist stencils, which I cannot live without, especially in my big planner. And then we're gonna bring another one in over here. Let's kind of center this a little bit more. Actually, I'm gonna go more towards the top because, oh, I'll get to that in a second. Okay. More towards the top of this vertical box, but also giving myself plenty of space to write, so there's not too much of a gap there or not enough of a gap. And then let's take The Leaves Are Changing and Plaid Blankets and put that there, and kind of move this one a little bit over here. So just kind of sticking these throughout, I think would be really cute. Now I do want a box for Wednesday, but let's bring in something else fun. Do we bring in some more of the flower, or do I go back to those like ripped newspaper sections, or even just the layering? I think, have we used this at all? No. So actually, I think I want to take this sticker and put it here. Shift it over a little because it's over the disc and I don't want to have to punch it. and then maybe just kind of put this right over here. And it's, again, really nice to layer. Usually I'd have to like cut that as a corner so that it doesn't, you don't see through it, but this time it worked really well. Now, one of the things that I pulled out was a mild liner brush pen. This is a brown one. Brown. I feel like I really let that R roll, because I thought it would be good to like underline the lines a little bit with the brown. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that right now so that I can kind of see the colors all coming together. That's pretty. I feel like I haven't done this in a while. Oops. It's never going to be perfect because I can't draw a straight line. I can't put a sticker down straight. Can't really walk straight. I definitely can't park straight. I wonder if something's off, like my equilibrium. Now that I'm, whoops, adding in all the different things. Like whenever my mom and I are walking down the sidewalk, she always makes a comment. Well, not always. This hasn't happened in a long time, but we also haven't walked down a sidewalk in a long time. But used to like move me over because I would kind of go on an angle. And then I always think I'm parking straight, but I don't. And I don't know that I ever realized it, but like my old neighbors would point it out nicely. And now that I park in my driveway, I also see it. Like I really see it because my driveway is very, you know, visible and my car is usually like, eh. So I'm not yet in my garage, but I will be hopefully soon. Okay, that was a long, see, I never know what's going to come out as I'm talking here. I think that I want to bring in a checklist up at the top, but maybe a little small flower before we get to the checklist, or some of these quotes. Trying to decide. Okay, like this is pretty and I like that it's on paper. And what if we kind of just, oh, it's going to cover Thursday, isn't it? Like, why can't we just start to go above the lines? But now that I did it on that side, I have to do it over here. It's going to make me crazy if I don't. But I think if I put this here, it'll sort of look like somewhat seamless. So we're going to do that too. And now I have to trim them because they're going to make me crazy just sitting there like that. Okay. I like it. I'll cut this one. I feel like that's very matchy-matchy. I didn't quite intend it that way, but I'm okay with it. All right, now I'm going to bring this up again and still go a little bit higher. Try to stay centered within the box because I want to bring more of those little, like these strips in. And then let's go back to those, because down here I think would be a good opportunity for another quote. So trying to decide which one. I like this. Life starts all over again when it gets crisp in the fall. However, let's think for a sec. If I put this here, this is very similar to those florals. So what I think I'll do is go back to this page. It might be like my favorite page in the book. There are so many beautiful pages, but I think these little like snippets of words are so cool. We're going to take embrace change, fall in love, because why not? And autumn state of mind. Go for a smaller one. Okay. Then now there's a little bit of separation between these flowers and those. Not a ton, but a little bit. But hold on, another idea. I don't know why I always say hold on. I think I'm saying it to myself. We're going to bring in this little newspaper clipping right over here to kind of add to this sticker, so it kind of looks like it was part of it. I like how that looks. And then I need a box. because I always need a box. We know me, right? This is a cool one. We could also bring in maybe a plaid one. This one's pretty neat. I think I'm leaning towards this one. I wanted to bring in the red, but because it's right there, I want some separation before I bring in that red again. So we'll put this right here. Okay, now as I'm looking to kind of map this out, as I do, right? I know that I don't want to put a checklist here and I don't want to put a box here. So I could put a checklist over here. I think we'll do that. And of course I'll color in those lines too. And then we're going to end up doing a box situation over there. So I have some space to kind of play around down here a little bit. Let's look for something that's going to maybe take up more space. I could also bring in these flowers a little bit more, but I want to see what my choices are. There's so many good stickers in this book. I like this. I also like this Polaroid. Okay, I'm going to keep my hand there. These are some good size flowers. Or do I use her because I have that one that's similar? I think probably that's the right choice. If my heart was a season, it would be autumn. Okay. We're going to do this right over here. And this is a really nice size for the big vertical planner. I definitely want to make sure though that I'm bringing in this flower style on the right side. So that's going to be my next focus. Is I like how this has the newspaper like that one does, but I could also do a little bit of my own kind of layering. So I want to pull off this corner sticker. I just don't want to rip it. I'm trying to see where the cut is. There we go. I had to kind of just bend the back of the book down a little bit. Oh, all right. And then I was thinking that this could go down here. I want to just confirm that you can see what I'm doing on camera, but first I have to get this down because this sticker has a lot of tentacles. I know that's not the right word, but that's how it feels right now. Okay. Cover that up. Can you see the corner? Oh, you can. Okay, we're good. And then I'm going to cover this line and go back to here. And maybe this is going to be tricky because I put so much of that sticker down already. It might not really matter, but we're just a tiny piece I think needs to be lifted up. The tweezers are going to be my best friend for something this delicate. Okay, that's pretty. It's a little obvious that they're not quite together as stickers and I sort of made them together. I could have prevented that with probably a little bit better layering. So let's see if we can fix it and not just leave it as is. I'm not sure, but we're going to try. I wonder if bringing in some of those quotes will help. But also, when I'm looking at, sorry, I'm all over. When I'm looking at this, we've got like a little piece of tape. So I wonder if the tape would do the trick here. It might not. It helps a little bit, but we can also bring in the quotes. So let's take Leaping into Leaves, Sweaters and Boots, and Pumpkin Spice. And this time I'm gonna kind of do it this way. Let's go a little bit higher here. I also just realized I still have the top of Friday. I got so focused on this corner that I kind of forgot where I was in the process of the spread. All right, but I think it's looking really, really good. So I need a box for Friday. So I think now I can do that red box that I was thinking about before. We'll find it. Not there. This one. This would be a good spot for it. And then let's color in these lines so that I'm not feeling like it doesn't look right. And then we just have a little bit more. And of course I want to jump back down to the left sidebar also before I finish up. Oops. I think I'm rushing with these. That's why it's so sloppy. Okay, there we go. Slow down. Keep my elbow on the desk. Tends to be what's helpful. I also think that like because a lot of these stickers are sort of like rips and things like that, it looks it doesn't need, I don't need these to be perfect. I don't know that I've ever needed anything in my planner to be perfect. Letting go of imperfection is freeing. It's definitely freeing. All right, let's map this out again. Checklists have to go here because there's not enough room for it down there, and I know I don't want it on next to Friday's checklists. So I'm going to shift this pretty far down. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this checklist in here. And I think we're going to go far down with this one too. So for Sunday's checklist, the reason I brought it far down was so that I could bring in a header box, although I probably brought it a little too far. No, I think that's fine. And then I did Saturday's far down so that I could bring in some of these. Fall creeps in like an old friend. Crisp air. And watch the leaves change. I don't know if I'm actually going to have room for all three. We're going to try. Crisp air. Go up a little bit higher. Yeah, we will not have room for all three. But maybe I can cover up one more with this. Or right, how about right down there? Why not? Why not? Because I wanted to. Okay, so now that all the checklists are in, I can continue with these. This spread is making me happy. I know I've been really grumpy on my channel about not wanting to embrace fall, but we're in it. We are in it. To give you, what time is today? What date is today? Today is September 8th. So it's not technically fall yet. Like I said, it's in the 90s, but it's September 8th. There's no turning back. The time machine has left the building. Fall's coming and just gotta deal with it. I don't hate fall. I just love summer so much. And I feel like so much of my summer was occupied with moving and getting my house like set up, which was amazing. What better way to spend a summer? But I also think that next time like I'm ever going to do this again, I would probably try to stick with a spring move so that I don't miss out on my favorite season. Okay, I'm going to lift this sticker up, this pumpkin spice one. And because I want to put this down here. So the pumpkin spice is going to layer over that a tiny bit. And then we need one more box. I also need to do something to fill in the gap a little bit over there because I feel like there's a gap. but I need one more box for Sunday. And let's see which box it should be. I could do another black one and maybe bring something into it a little bit, like a Today sticker. So this Today sticker is lighter, so it'll kind of lighten up this box. Even though it has this, I'm also gonna kind of just cover it with that. Or we can keep them both just by putting this Today right there. That works. All right, let's figure out what to do down here where I feel like it's a little bit empty. It's kind of hard because the way that I put this, there's a pumpkin here and then we have the line. So I could cover up the line and see how I feel. I'll still feel probably like it's a big gap. It's actually not as bad as it was, but it could probably be better. There's a lot of quotes, so I don't know that I want to put another quote in. Should I do an additional box? I don't know if I need to. Actually, well, because we already have 2 boxes there. So while I don't dislike how that looks, I just don't know if it's necessary. Here's a thought. I didn't end up bringing in any of these. So what if I bring one in over here and then I put one over here too? Just to kind of even it out on both sides of the page. There's a lot going on in this spread, but I'm liking it. All right, final step. I don't know why I always do, I put this in the wrong spot. Let's put it back where it belongs. I don't know why I always wait until the end down here, but I do. So I want to bring in, this, but I feel like this is a little bit too tall for what I'm looking for. So we might trim it a bit. Or just kind of go down the side a little. And then what I was looking for are there are some bullet point stickers that look like a metal push pin. And I thought they were so cute and just didn't have a chance to use them yet. I just saw 2 down at the bottom, but I feel like there were more. Like there's 2 here, but I thought I saw more than that. Ah, up at the top, that's why. And I just feel like having a couple of those under this week's list would look really nice. Maybe we take one more heading sticker and let's use my correction tape. Because if I cover this up, I can get one more bullet out of it right here and then just put the heading here. I feel like it has to be centered though. So now I have the space for it. Okay, let's trim off this excess right here that I don't need. Try to do it straight this time. All right, I think that's a wrap. I'm ready for fall. I will link Amber Allure in the description of the video. Again, using the link will apply a discount to your order. So I think that's all. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your support and I will see you next time.